Good evening. Good evening. My name is Carla Malazowski. I'm an instructional specialist in the Division of Consortia Choice and Application Programs, and it's my pleasure to be here with you this evening to talk about the MSMC. Muy buenas noches. Nuevamente, mi nombre es Carla Malazowski y estoy aquí para hablar con ustedes acerca del MSMC. Si alguien prefiere esta presentación en español, si por favor salen por las puertas del fondo, los van a dirigir a una presentación en español. So good evening, and now that I've told you, I guess, a little bit about me, I'd like to get to know a little bit about who is here with us this evening. So if you will indulge me for a little bit, if you are a parent, please raise your hand. Oh, wow, we have a lot of parents here with us this evening. How about grandparents? Do we have any grandparents here with us? Oh, I see a very young-looking grandparent in the audience. How about students? How many fifth grade students do we have with us this evening? So I see that a lot of you want to learn more about what your choices, together with your families, are going to be for next school year. And last but not least, siblings. How many siblings do I have here this evening? We're going to thank the siblings for coming out in support, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our presentation this evening. So, the MSMC is made up of 3 schools, and you're probably already familiar. It's Argyle, Mario Lloyd Ermine, and Parkland Middle School. How did the MSMC come about? So in 2007 and 2008, we had a grant that was funded, and we decided to try this program out with this unique opportunity. And through the successes, we have continued to fund it locally here in Montgomery County. And what are these successes? The successes are increased student performance, broadening local schools' offerings, and reduce in socioeconomic isolation. So here's a program that's working well, it's meeting the needs of our students and families, and it has become a priority to continue. Okay, so Montgomery County, so who's eligible to attend schools within the MSMC? And all 5th grade students in Montgomery County Public Schools, whether they're enrolled in a public or private school, are eligible to participate in the lottery process to join us in the MSMC. But those families that live in the consortium, Brookhaven, Georgian Forest, Harmony Hills, Sergeant Shriver, Strathmore, Veers Mill, Weller Road, and Wheaton Woods, those are students that will participate in the lottery process in order to match with a middle school for next school year. So everyone is welcome. Okay. So here's some important terminology. We have in consortium, and in consortium are the schools that are listed above, the ones that I just named, and these 3 middle school magnet programs are your middle school options for next year. All 5th grade students that attend one of these schools needs to participate in the choice process to be assigned. And then out of consortium is all families that attend an elementary school that is not listed above. And you also have the option to participate. But there's some slight distinctions, and we're going to get into that as we continue. So this is always the big question. Is transportation provided? And if you live in the consortia, transportation is provided within the regular Montgomery County norms. So if you live close to your assigned school, within a certain distance, you may be walking. But if your school is further away, bus transportation will be provided. For families outside of the consortium, while bus transportation is not provided, we have a huge network of carpools and other systems in place to help families access the MSMC that may live further away and out of the consortium. So what is unique about the MSMC? There's a lot of choices in Montgomery County, and what makes this program so special, and it really is that it's a whole school magnet. There's one theme that runs throughout the whole school, and everyone in the school is somehow involved, and very much involved, in participating in the magnet offerings offered at the school. There's accelerated curriculum, specialty advanced courses, and highly effective instructional programs. Specifically, when you have a school that is specialized, you have greater opportunities for partnerships, and there are partnerships that are linked to the themes of the schools and opportunities for students to participate with partners in the community and to learn beyond the school doors. So we have specialty courses that are available to all students, as well as specialty electives, giving students an opportunity to delve deeper into the specific content of the school. So we have a highly effective instructional program, as we do in all of our middle schools. We teach in the MSMC, we teach the same core subjects that we teach in all middle schools at the highest levels. We're able to focus our professional development for staff in our specialty areas as well as the curriculum areas. Teams work collaboratively to plan and to provide the best quality instruction for your students. There's rigorous coursework, and again, there's extended learning opportunities, both within the theme of the school and to address other talents, interests that the children do have. So without further ado, we're going to get into the more specifics of what it is that the MSMC offers. And we're going to kick it off with Argyle. Mrs. Powell, the Argyle Magnet Coordinator, is here to tell us a little bit about her school, and she has brought a student with her that will be sharing his experiences. Welcome.
Good evening. Oh, we can do better than that. Good evening. Very nice. So, I am Mrs. Powell, the Magnet Coordinator for Argyle Magnet Middle School for Digital Design and Development. So I'm going to share a little bit of information about our Magnet program and the unique courses that our students get the opportunity to take as Argyle Eagles. So I'll start with giving you some updates about what's happened in our building. Over the summer, we received significant upgrades to our technology your student will be able to use as an Eagle. Students now have access to 3 Mac computer labs, iPads for filming and editing videos, and clear touchscreen Promethean boards in all of our technology classrooms. Students are able to easily access technology to extend their learning, as we also house 32 mobile Chromebook carts and 9 stationary computer labs. In our technology-centered school, students have opportunities to work collaboratively to create and design using state-of-the-art technologies. Argyle's Magnet program is a rigorous academic program. Our school day is divided into even and odd day, with classes being 84 minutes in length. So that means on one day, students will have class periods 1, 3, 5, and 7, and then on the next day, they'll have their even day schedule, 2, 4, 6, and 8. By offering an additional class period, students have an opportunity to take up to 3 computer science-focused elective courses. Each course is designed to develop advanced skills in the areas of gaming and programming, engineering design, digital music, and digital art. Through our carefully designed courses, students interact with technology that ranges from video game creation, computer programming, computer art, to cell phone app development, graphic design, and we even offer 2 high school credit courses, Foundations of Computer Science and Introduction to Engineering. In Foundations of Computer Science, students learn the fundamentals of computer science. The unique learning experiences in our courses encourage students to think beyond the box. Our other course, Introduction to Engineering Design, is also a high school level course for students who are interested in designing and engineering. The major focus of IED is to expose students to design processes, research and analysis, teamwork, communication methods, global human impacts, engineering standards, and technical documentation. So to the students in the audience, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered how to design something new or draw an idea to show your friends? Anyone ever wonder that? Nobody? If you have, then stop wondering about it and come to Argyle, because if you take our IED course, you will get to use Autodesk Inventor, which is an industry-leading 3D design software. You will be able to perform in the role of an engineer and taking an idea from the design process to the manufacturing or production stage. You will be able to produce an incredible working prototype of your project with a state-of-the-art 3D printer. You will work on projects, activities, and problems not only of interest to you, but that have global and human impacts. Students work in teams to design and improve products, document their solutions, and communicate them to others. Our digital music class is a technology-based course designed to further the students' understanding of the role of music and sound in our society. Students will expand their study of various forms of music. They will apply their knowledge using specific computer software to develop original musical compositions, create podcasts, write song lyrics, create soundtracks for movies and commercials, develop music videos, and create music and soundtracks for other student-produced multimedia projects. Students will also explore careers related to the music, audio, and multimedia fields. So at Argyle, instead of our teachers standing front and center to deliver instruction, teachers are now observing, asking questions, and guiding students to make their own sense of the world. At Argyle, teachers encourage students to be collaborative, be creative, use effective communication, and develop and demonstrate critical thinking skills. In addition to innovative technologies, Argyle also has a milestone, mile marker, and capstone program at each grade level. So as a sixth grader, you will learn how to create an academic portfolio, starting with developing a resume, which is all housed online. Seventh graders participate in various technology products and experiences designed by our technology instructors. And as an eighth grader, you participate in capstone, which means you will have the opportunity to work with a variety of community business partners, such as Junior Achievement, Digit Games, Microsoft, and Apple, to create and develop tangible technology products. Last year, our eighth graders partnered with Accenture Technology to create a variety of technology products that ranged from short films on controversial topics to developing new technologies to support robotics in the medical field. So I know that was a lot of information, and I hope it has been helpful to our future students and parents, and provided just a really good overview of what your child will experience if they decide to become an Argyle Eagle. So I would like to take this opportunity, because we would not be successful as we are if we did not have innovative teacher leaders in our building. So thank you to our teachers for their continued commitment as they work tirelessly to ensure success for Argyle students. And lastly, to the Argyle Eagles in the room, remember, the best way to predict the future is to invent it. So we look forward to you joining us at the Argyle family. So I would like to take the opportunity to turn this portion over so that you can hear from one of our Argyle students. He's an eighth grader, and he's been an Eagle since his sixth grade year. His name is Mr. Eric Vasquez. You don't have to hit anything.
All right. Hi, how's everyone doing? So my name is Eric Vasquez, and I'm a graduating eighth grader from Argyle Middle School. Our school magnet is about technology and other things similar to that, and we have a variety of classes that sixth graders and new students can participate in. And they can be very interesting for any student going. And some of the technology classes I've participated in before is programming fundamentals, computer art, innovative minds, and there are many more that I've not participated in. We also have very exciting field trips and other school activities for new sixth graders and returning students. One of them for the sixth graders is outdoor education, which is a camp school thing where you go out, what was it called? The Smith Center, and you learn while you're camping, and it's a very fun thing that a lot of the students liked, including me. Something else I participated in was the Kid Museum Challenge. It was an event in where you and some other students would form a group to create an invention that could help the environment, and they're doing it again this year for the new sixth graders, and I really hope they do it again next year for the new sixth graders. There's also other exciting technology classes, which one of them is Innovative Minds that I participate in, which is similar to the Kid Museum. You work with others on robotics, electronics, and other projects. You learn to be more creative. And there's also computer art where you learn to work with Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop. You learn art terms and you learn how to draw straight from the mind. Something else I'm looking forward to for my 8th grade year is capstone, where students will work with a business partner on a project. And most of the 8th graders do this if you have a technology elective or something that capstone wants you to do. These are just some of the reasons why I think AMS is a really good school you should go to. And yeah.
Good job. So now we will hear from Ms. McLaughlin, who is the magnet coordinator for Mario Lloyd Ermine Magnet School.
Good evening, and thank you so much for coming out tonight. My name is Megan McLaughlin, and I'm the proud magnet coordinator of Lloyd Ermine Middle School. I'm an educator. I'm also an administrator. I am a parent of 2 MCPS students, and I'm an artist. The arts really are in all of us. It's ingrained in our nature as humans to appreciate the visual and the performing arts. We've all had that moment where we wanted to be up on stage or to have our artwork on display. And at Lloyd Ermine, we offer that time in the spotlight to all of our students. Life at Lloyd Ermine is fantastic. We ensure that our students are academically and artistically successful. For example, last week, we held recruitment meetings for the National Junior Honor Society, the Junior Minority Scholars Program, the National Junior Honors Arts Society, girls and boys softball teams, cross-country teams, Girls on the Run, just to name a few. We also recently held auditions for our junior and senior dance companies and our fall production of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. All of that within the first 3 weeks of the school year. Pretty great. What makes Lloyd Ermine so unique, though, is the fact that students can thrive in the arts while still excelling in the major content areas. And I call that being a well-rounded student. Lloyd Ermine students have the option to take high school credit courses in world languages and math, but they can also earn high school credit by taking classes in the arts. For instance, we offer advanced theater, chorus, studio art, band, orchestra, filmmaking, and we are the only middle school in the state of Maryland to offer high school credit dance courses. To promote rigor throughout the entire building, all Lloyd Ermine students are taught the Advanced English and World Studies curricula designed by MCPS. Do not allow the level of challenge to be a deterrent, though. Our teachers are always available and willing to help during lunches, as well as before or after school. The arts don't end with the electives at Lloyd Ermine. All of our teachers are equipped with strategies like artful thinking, developed by Project Zero of Harvard University. Artful thinking provides our teachers a wide variety of strategies that enable them to challenge students to draw connections between art and other subjects such as science and math, using their critical thinking, analysis, and evaluation skills. In fact, each year we host a STEAM night. You heard me right, not STEM, but STEAM, where our students showcase their talents in science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. At Lloyd Ermine, like the other 2 magnet middle schools, we do operate on an odd-even schedule, so our students have 4 84-minute classes each day. But because we are art enthusiasts, we play music over the speaker system when we change classes. We observe paintings and drawings by student artists displayed throughout the halls, and we create masterpieces in all of our classes. Finally, student artists will also have memorable and unique experiences thanks to our generous partners such as the Highwood Theater, Strathmore Performing Arts Center, the National Philharmonic, and the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra. We have endless opportunities for students to shine and express their creative side. So come to LMS, where we orchestrate your success. Thank you. I am now going to introduce our fantastic student speaker from Lloyd Ermine, Miss Anna Ross, a 7th grader.
Good evening. My name is Anna Ross, and I am a 7th grader at Lloyd Ermine Middle School. I went to Rachel Carson Elementary School and made the decision to go to Lloyd Ermine for the amazing arts program. I also chose Lloyd Ermine because of the challenging math, English, world studies, and science classes that are offered. I feel very safe, happy, and comfortable at Lloyd Ermine. Every day when I wake up, I'm excited to see all of the amazing teachers that work at Lloyd Ermine and give us all an amazing education. The teachers here at Lloyd Ermine are always there to help the students improve and succeed. They will always listen to you and help you with any problems you have. At Lloyd Ermine, I am a part of Senior Dance Company, National Junior Honor Society, and a student ambassador. I was also a cast member in the School Musical Fame Junior. I also have made friends with students who come from all over Montgomery County, and I would not trade the friendships that I have made for anything. My time at Lloyd Ermine so far has enabled me to develop as a performer, a student, and a person. I am so excited by what this school has enabled me to do in the future for myself and for all other students. I definitely made the right choice when it comes to middle schools. Sometimes my classes are tough, but I have learned so far that the teachers and experiences at Lloyd Ermine can help me create my masterpieces for the future.
And now I'd like to introduce Miss Trish Thompson, the Magnet Coordinator for Parkland.
Good evening. Amy and I here to share with you all of the wonderful things about Parkland Magnet Middle School for Aerospace Technology. At Parkland, all our students participate in a unique accelerated MCPS science curriculum. All of our students cover the entire middle school science curriculum in 2 years, which gives them the opportunity in 8th grade to take a high school science credit. It's a physical science credit, and that could be either physics or geoscience explorations. They also can take a high school science elective. They can either take Introduction to Engineering Design and or Astronomy, so they can have high school credits in all of those courses. Some of the other courses that we offer for science electives are Introduction to Robotics, Applied Robotics, Forensics, and Principles of Flight. Some of the programs that we offer at Parkland, we also have the yearly milestone project. Our 6th graders participate in experimental design science fair projects using the scientific method. And then in 7th grade, they do engineering projects. And then in 8th grade, they're allowed to choose which type of program to cap off the 3 years of experience in the milestone project. We have Civil Air Patrol. We have Girl Tech, which is girls really, really like technology. We have Family STEM Nights, Noches de Ciencias. We participate in Invent the Future Challenge, where students are given a challenge and they have to create something to solve that problem that they've been given. We have a partnership with Kid Museum, where our students go to the Kid Museum on field trips. Our 7th graders participate in this. We have a Parkland Team Up grant. We also participate in SSEP, which is Student Spaceflight Experiments Program, where our 7th graders do experiments, and one of the experiments is chosen to go up to the International Space Station. We have the Strathmore Choral Program. We have theater arts programs. math club, and language arts showcases. Starting new this year, we are doing a geography bee as well as a spelling bee. Some of our partners at Parkland, should be doing this. There you go. Some of our wonderful community partners that we deal with, we have Kid Museum, Silver Spring Maker Fair, Strathmore Choral Program, NASA, NOAA, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, University of Maryland. We have the Clark School of Engineering through University of Maryland, Wheaton High School, Civil Air Patrol. We have Curiosity Cube come to Parkland, and also National Center for Earth and Space Science Education. So a lot of things that we do to get our children involved in the aerospace technology. And I would like to introduce Amy, who's going to share a little bit more from the students' perspective.
Good evening. My name is Cadet Senior Airman Huynh, and I am currently a 7th grader at Parkland Magnet Middle School. Today, I will be talking about why I chose Parkland. Exclusively at Parkland, there are many classes specifically targeted towards aerospace technology and engineering. Personally, that is one of my interests, and I would like to learn a lot about that topic. During my time as a 7th grader, I took Principles of Flight, Introduction to Robotic Engineering, Mission Planet Earth, and Advanced Human Space Exploration. Those all teach you about the science of Earth, planets, and engineering. Currently, I am taking Applied Robotic Engineering, Invention Grade 7, Advanced Human Space Exploration, and Unmanned Space Exploration, which revolve all around my interests. This is good because as I'm learning more about what I would like to pursue in life while having fun. This is also exclusively at Parkland. In addition to that, Parkland has many unique programs. One of the programs that Parkland has to offer is the Silver Air Patrol. I'm currently a cadet in the Silver Air Patrol for about a year now. Silver Air Patrol is a nonprofit organization that has 3 primary missions, which is emergency services, aerospace education, and cadet programs. This program teaches cadets and students leadership, aerospace education, self-discipline, emergency service, and how to be a better individual. This will also tie into their many science classes, which they will take. As a cadet who's been in this program, not only do I recommend this program to other cadets, but I encourage them to go. They will learn many interesting topics and are also eligible to fly 5 powered flights in a Cessna 182 or 172. This includes going for glider flights, week-long summer camps, and a 3-day outdoor camp. In conclusion, this is why I chose Parkland as my middle school and why you should too.
I'd like to turn it back to Ms. Carla Malozowski.
Thank you so much, and I want to give one more round of applause for our amazing student presenters who came to share their experiences with us this evening. So how many of you came in here today thinking you knew which school you wanted and maybe changed your mind or want to learn more based on what you heard? Raise your hand if that's you. Yeah. Every time I hear, I don't know how I would decide. How many of you still think you know which one you want? It's the same one you came in with. So I see we're going to be having lots of very interesting dinner table conversations in the weeks to come as your families prepare to make the choice. So how are you going to learn more about these programs in addition to these amazing presentations to help you make that final decision in terms of how you're going to rank your schools? So on the MCPS website, you have access to the school's web pages along with the program booklet. And then what comes next? So we're in 5th grade. We're thinking about middle school, but middle school is just the next step. what are your choices when you finish middle school in the MSMC? So first of all, of course, you can attend your neighborhood school, as well as any of the schools in the DCC. You have the option to apply to the DCC specialty application programs, and you also have the opportunity to apply to any of the magnet programs within the county that, that you're eligible for. So what happens next? You've heard these presentations. It's going to be time to make a decision, and this is a decision that's made as a family. So you need to take in mind, boys and girls, how excited you are about your programs, but have those conversations with your parents, and the conversations end in a family decision as to where you think is best for your child. So in Consortium, students will participate in school choice in order to be assigned to a middle school for next year. And out of Consortium's families have the opportunity to participate in the choice process. And what does that look like? Okay, so how is it decided? How will you be assigned to a school within the MSMC? It is a lottery that is run by a computer, and these are the variables that are taken into consideration: school capacity, choice ranking, sibling link, and socioeconomic status. Okay? So there's a number of variables that are taken into account. There's also items that are not taken into account for these highly coveted programs. We are not looking at test results, report card grades, teacher recommendations. We're not considering race, participation in any type of after-school activity, or your interest or skill in a given area. It is a lottery process. So now that you know that it's a lottery and you're thinking about what choices you want to make, there's a couple of things that you should be aware of. So we're in September now, and thank you so much for joining us this evening for this informational event. Next, in October, each of these amazing schools is going to host an open house where you can tour the school and learn more specifically about their programs. And then by November 2nd, you have the first choice deadline, round 1. It's really important, especially for students in the consortium that want to be able to, for any student, to make sure that you get your choice form in with the support of your parents by November 2nd. Then in mid-January, you'll be notified of which school that you're invited to, and you have the option of participating in round 2. So who can participate in round 2? Round 2 is for people that maybe didn't make a decision in round 1 to participate, or for a student that would like another opportunity for their first choice, who may not have gotten their first choice in the first round of the process. Okay? And then in February, we will communicate this information. So, in Consortium, students will receive their choice information directly from the schools. Since all in Consortium elementary schools are participating, you'll be given the information directly from your elementary school, and some schools have opted for completing choice forms online, and some have opted for paper pencil, and some are doing hybrids, so look forward to that information directly from your school. For families that live out of the consortium, as well as private school students, you can access the choice form through the Montgomery County website. So what does this choice form look like? For those of you that are completing paper pencil, you see that you have all of the choices listed. And this is extremely important, because if you have your heart set on one and only one of these schools, and you only rank that one, the computer will automatically assign you a second and third choice. So if you are an in-consortium student, it's extremely important that you consider your first choice, your second choice, as well as your third choice. And from what we heard today, you have 3 outstanding choices from which to choose, so it shouldn't be too challenging to be able to put all 3 on there. So please, families, it's extremely important that children have all 3 represented. For those of you that are going to be participating electronically, there is a link on the Montgomery County website where you input your child's name and current grade, because 6th graders are eligible both in and out of the consortium to participate in this process. And again, you rank your choices. Okay? Extremely important. Families that are outside of the consortium, if you're only interested in one of the programs, you may choose to only rank one, but that's only for families outside of the consortium. In consortium, families must put 3 choices. Okay, so what happens next? As I said before, it's really important that you put all 3 choices. This is a family process. Boys and girls, it's really important that your parents are a key stakeholder and they need to sign for you that this is what your family has chosen. So it is very much a family decision, okay? Please answer the 3 survey questions because we want to know how to best serve you and your families through this choice process, and make sure that you return your choice survey by November 2nd or complete it online, depending on how your school is participating. So, there's a number of commonly asked questions about this process, and we're going to go over some of those questions now. One of the biggest questions that we have is, what is the difference between the offerings in the MSMC and the application programs? And the MSMC is a whole school magnet with a focus on the specialty for the entire school, whereas the formerly application programs are a magnet within a school. So it's a small cohort of children working on a magnet process within a school. In the MSMC, every single child participates in the magnet, and students are assigned through a lottery process. In the other magnet programs, only a small segment of the students participate in the program, and students are selected through a process that looks at test scores as well as report card grades. Okay? But what are the similarities? The similarities, as was stated really well by our magnet coordinators, is the rigorous coursework. You have access to rigorous coursework in the MSMC as well as these other programs. You have themed programming. High school credits are available in both programs as well as all MCPS middle schools, and they all have limited seats. Okay. So, if you're a consortium student, you are guaranteed one of these 3 schools. And it's, like I said, really important that you rank all 3 in order to have your choices considered. Are you guaranteed that first choice? We work very hard to try and ensure that students have their first choices, but that's not always available. Last year, over 90% of in-consortium students did receive their first choice. How many seats are available for students who live outside the consortium? That depends on enrollment trends. We need to make sure that there's enough seats. That was one of the variables. Capacity in the school. We need to make sure that our schools are not overcrowded. So every year there's going to be a little bit of fluctuation there. But there's approximately 80 seats for families that live outside of the consortium for 6th graders. And last year, over 900 out-of-consortium students submitted choice forms. MSMC offers the same academic area classes as are offered in all Montgomery County public middle schools, and opportunities for high school credit. Okay. All 6th grade students are also eligible to participate in the choice process. Current 6th grade students who live outside the MSMC and attend may participate in the choice process, okay? So if you are interested in this, please make sure to contact us and we will support you in making that decision, okay? Now this, to me, is the highlight of this evening's presentation. We heard from our tremendous speakers, and you have an opportunity to visit each of these schools and really get a feel for the school, what it looks like, and see the work products that are produced by the children in these programs. So we invite you to visit with your child and get a feel for the school. And I would personally encourage you, you do have time to visit all of the schools before the choice forms are due, and to really explore all of the options that are available to you before making that final decision. As we wrap up today, you have the email addresses available for our coordinators. And I want to thank you so much for joining us this evening. You have been given an evaluation of this evening that we very much would like to collect from you so that we can work to make sure that your needs are being met. And we also have the coordinators outside ready to answer any questions you might have about the programs. It's been a pleasure to be here with you and your families this evening, and we look forward to continuing to support you through the choice process. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm going to turn this back to the evenings so that you have this available. This information is also available on the Montgomery County website. Thank you very much. Muy buenas noches.